Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Gangsta Rap Odyssey. I appreciate you guys checking out the video or the podcast. Today's assignment, Flesh-N-Bone and Layzie Bone. They came out with some new music last month, and I thought it was cool, or it would be cool, to do a quick reaction, maybe a first impression video on these records. I've listened to them both a few times. You know, Layzie Bone, it's just a single. Flesh-N-Bone, maybe an EP, you know. These are short records. Why not? You know, let's talk about them. So, Flesh-N-Bone. Let's talk about that record cover first. You know how I like to judge a book by its cover. You know me. This record cover is pretty cool. You know, I dig it. You know, Flesh-N-Bone, I like the font. You know, it just has his a statue of his head like he's in the Hall of Fame or something, you know. Living legend, it's called. We got some cash dropping. You know, it's cool. It's black and white. He could have asked me to do something with it on Photoshop, you know, wink, wink, you know, holla at your boy Flesh. But all in all, it's a cool record cover, I think. Living legend. So, you know, let's get into the record itself.
Stay dangerous, stay dangerous. Roll with a tech, cock back, game and bust. Put a bullet in your head, rest, stand you up. Killing motherfuckers never been strange to us. My gang, only real ones claiming us. Take a look, ain't no lane with us. Crip niggas, they still slave with us. My blood niggas, they stay flaming up. Y'all playing, this ain't no game to us. These suckers ain't got more fame than us.
You know, I think the beats do the job. I listened to it a few times. There's a lot of nostalgic references here, and they really hit when Flesh-N-Bone is the one spitting them. He's got some new guests on here, some new rappers. I don't know if they're new, but they're new to me. So don't expect to hear any original Bone members here, which is kind of sad. But, you know, that's all right. You know, I keep an open mind. I like the appearances from these guys. Sometimes they hit this mark of nostalgia, and you're just like, damn, that sounds really good, you know. They're referencing Bone, old Bone lyrics and hooks and stuff. It can be impressive, but sometimes it can be a little cringy too. They come off as like these try-hard, like, have you heard these try-hard rappers online that just like, you know, like sometimes because I don't recognize them, they sound like that to me. So sometimes it's a little cringy, but there's sometimes that it's not so bad.
Let's go. You see the image of Mr. K, the quick as he delivers a prominent brutal sediment, showing the regiment of BBF and both as a harmony gets a measurement of a dangerous unification that will lead into a new revelation, showing that all of the iniquities fall off the pedestal of whipping up a clip as a law, cause the generals are coming to knock you over the wall with the murderers and like getting take a village of all.
Shit you fire, but blunt too, are you cruising? Murder music, murder music, murder more. This the type of shit that make the streets go crazy and lose it. Murder music, lose.
So, beyond all that though, Flesh-Bone himself, Flesh, his lyrics are still pretty dope. The topics that he covers are good. And, you know, there's just something about Bone members. They just don't fade, man. They seem to keep their dopeness to them. And I love it. You know, even listening to Bizzy Bone's last record, which was, you know, I knew that Bizzy still had it in him, you know. He still had that mojo and that fire. And there's plenty left in the tank here for Flesh, which is really impressive actually, because I mean, it's been a couple decades, and you know, he did his time in prison, and you know, he's been in and out with the law and whatever, but man, his skills are still like top notch, and it's pretty impressive. You know, he's got some dope songs on here. He talks about, I think that my favorite song here is, what is it called, man? It's still buzzed, or still like a little buzz. That's what it's called, a little buzz. And he talks about, you know, what it's like, you know, getting high these days, and the fentanyl, and these people are doing crazy shit now and all that, you know, and he's trying to clean up his act, and it's pretty dope, man. I dig it. It's probably my favorite track. So he's still relevant with his lyrics. He doesn't sound like, you know, oh, hey, grandpa, welcome to the year 2023 or nothing like that. You know, he sounds pretty dope. He sounds fresh. So I like it, man. The good, the bad, the ugly, man. Let's get to that about this EP. The good is that Flesh still has a lot left in the tank, like I said, and he comes off dope here. His lyrics are dope. There's a lot of power in his flow, and this is Flesh-N-Bone. It's great. The bad is that, the beats are good enough, but I don't think that they're worthy of a legend like Flesh. But it's an EP, maybe it's experimental or something, he's just trying to get his name out again, let everybody know that, hey, he's getting busy back in the studio, whatever. But what can you expect from a guy who's been in it for a couple decades? Those old producers that we're used to or that we want to hear with them maybe ain't as active anymore. So we got new cats to step up to the plate. That's just part of the game here. I get it. The ugly, the guest appearances, they're not Bone. That's the bummer part. So, they're all right though, but they're not going to be my favorites. I'd rather hear Flesh with other Bone members. And that's just how it is, man. Like I said, my favorite track is A Little Buzz, straight from the heart, the fentanyl talk and all this crazy shit that kids be doing these days and just trying to clean up his act. It's a cool track.
And in front of me, I was stunned. In my Ice Cube voice, I straight up told him, I ain't the one. I don't want no cocaine. Don't do them hard drugs. I just need a little weed and drink because I still like to get a little buzz. I don't want no cocaine. Don't do them hard drugs. I just need a little weed and drink because I still like to get a little buzz.
So, Bone, they always got to find this balance of harmony and thugness. It's a pretty tough balance to have. But sometimes I think it's a hit or miss thing on their own music, where there's that singing and you might like it, but then sometimes you might not like it. No different here, man. This is no different. So we get that balance, we get both ends of it, and we know that with any Bone member comes some Bone singing, doing the hooks, just laying out the harmony. It's just Bone Thugs and harmony. But it does leave me missing some of that thug shit from Creeping on a Come Up, or even that vintage Flesh-Bone from, what was it called? THUGS, Trues Humbly United, Gathering Souls or whatever. He had some dope tracks on there with BG Knockout, that was dope, right? So that's my thoughts on that project. I'd probably score it with I'm going to give it a C, I'd score it with a C. So then, yeah. Next up, though, to my surprise, we had Layzie Bone, a new single called Let's Eat. First off, let's talk about the cover. I love the cover of this record, man. It just has Layzie. He's at the head of the table here. Everybody's about to feast. I don't know who these people are on the table, but it's a cool record cover. I dig it. Props to Layzie Bone and whoever did this record cover. Top notch, man. Top notch. So, let's talk about the song, though, man. The song itself, it sounds like a futuristic, like ghetto techno beat. It's hard to explain. You'll have to listen to it, though. Links will be in the description, of course. But like I said, man, Layzie, just like Flesh, still has that Bone mojo. And he's got a good balance of harmony and flow here. I think that the lyrics and the power of his flow, again, man, it's top notch. It's dope.
Come to the table, let's eat. It's only for kings and queens. Cheating and feasting and having a meeting. Really don't need us a reason. The fact that we about to take over, we locked and we loaded and shut them down season. Come to the table, let's eat. Come to the table, let's eat. Come to the table, let's eat. Locked and we loaded and shut them down season. Listen, you carry the weight and you bound to get paid.
I like the song. This is a single, I'm guessing, and which means that Layzie's going to have a record out this year, or 2024 probably, because we're already in December here. But you never know, we could get it. New Year's Eve gift, Christmas gift, who knows? I'm hoping though. I'm excited about it. Listening to this song, I'm like, all right, I'm excited for what Layzie's working on. How do you guys feel about it? Let me know in the comments if you heard these records, what you think. Are you still a Bone fan? Do you listen to their old shit? Do you listen to their new shit too? What are the hit or misses in your opinion? I appreciate the comments, man. That busy video that we did, lots of comments. I love the discussion. Bone is just a hot topic, man. They're always a hot topic. We love our Bone members. And hey, that's going to do it for the video. Check out our archives at throwback88.com. I appreciate the subscriptions. Also, check out our podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you like to check out your podcasts. And the latest podcast that we got, the Gangsta Rap Minute, where you get me just reviewing an album a day for about a minute, and we're going to do 1,000 of them or something, man. At least we're going to get through the first year. 365 records. Why not, man? We got plenty of music, and I got the time. So let's do this shit. Get me in your feed, you know, and we're going to keep doing this podcast shit and talking about this gangsta rap. I'm out. Peace.